guys, welcome to my official 2021 wishlist plants. 2020 was freaking crazy and I don't even know what I can even say about it. It was just really crazy, and that's that. But one thing that did happen for me in 2020 is I began to collect plants, which is so big and so exciting. But yeah, in 2020 I fell in love with plants really fast. I think as a lot of people did in 2020, so I know I'm not alone with that. But it is just growing and growing, and I honestly don't think that I'll ever fall out of love with my plants. Like, they are literally like a part of my daily routine every single day. So I don't know. I think that I will always love my plants. I will always try to collect plants and care for them and give them the best environment possible. But to get away from all the negativity of 2020, I want to go over my wish list plants in 2021 and wishlist plants that I acquired in 2020 and just goals that I have set for myself in 2021. So let's get into it. Just because I started collecting plants in 2020 doesn't mean that I didn't have a wish list set for myself, even though I was new to plants. And I'm gonna show you my plants that I got that was on my wish list. And some of the plants from last year, it's so weird to say last year, but some of the plants from last year's wish list, I don't think I'm gonna carry them over. Well, some of them do, because they're like my star. I'll get into that, but let's get into my 2020 wish list plants that I got. So the first plant that I was searching all over every nursery for, and I could find the plant, but the problem was the price. I was not willing to pay $50 for this established plant already. I really wanted to spend like maybe $20 on it, which is a little cheap, but I didn't want to spend any more than that. But it's my bird of paradise, and it is such a beautiful plant. It really makes your space feel like a jungle, and it's one of those just tall plants. It's a statement plant to have in your environment, and I think it really adds to a collection. I think everybody should have a bird of paradise. The one thing that I will say that I feel really guilty about, and I tend to do this with a lot of my plants, is if I'm not giving it natural sunlight, enough humidity, I feel so guilty. But she has her own light fixture fixed to her, so she is getting definitely some sun. She definitely could use some more humidity. She looks a little rough, but I promised her and I told her when I finally get my own place, she will have her own space to flourish. I should probably mention where I got the plant. I got her at IKEA, and she is big, as you can see, and I got it for, I want to say $20, so it was right in my budget. I was so excited to get it. So yeah. So the next plant that was on my wish list, which is kind of strange, they were really hyped about in the beginning and then stopped being so over hyped about, but it is the Raven ZZ, or the ZZ Raven. I got mine at a local collector's nursery kind of thing. It was a little overpriced. By a little, I mean a lot overpriced. I think I paid $55 for it, but at the time it was hyped up, so it makes sense why it was that price to begin with. But I definitely could have waited and got it at Lowe's like everybody else did and spend $15 on it. But it's okay. I love the plant. I wanted the plant. I got the plant, and I was so excited. I'm still so excited. It is so beautiful. The only thing is it is not growing for me. But at the same time, I also helped a local business out, so I'm not feeling that bad about it. I just don't love that I spent that much on it, you know? So the next plant in 2020 that I acquired from my wish list is the Monstera Peru. And if you watched my houseplant tour, you would know and you would have seen it. It is still really small. I got it as a single leaf cutting with a new growth point. She's growing small. I really want her to grow on a moss pole and live her best life. But until then, she is in my IKEA greenhouse, just trying to live her best life. But I got this plant from my local, actually it wasn't my local, it was a like a sell and trade group for plants on Facebook. Some of you might know it. I'm not gonna link it because I don't know if that's like okay to do. I think so, I don't know, but a lot of people might know. If you're into plants, you're probably in that group already. I got it from some girl. She was selling it and I bought it. I think I got it for 35 and she let me pick which one I wanted. So finally, the last wishlist plant that I acquired in 2020 is my Milano. The last plant that I acquired in 2020 is my Milion Chryson. I'm literally so excited about. I wanted this plant, I think, from day one, and I got it on, what's it called? I got it from an Etsy shop called Botanica's. I will link them down below, but it got here and I could have cried. I thought I was getting like a single leaf kind of thing. It came with 5 leaves on it. Kind of small, but I think it was grown, like, rather than, or maybe it was propagated. I can't really tell, but either way, I don't care. It's in my possession and I cannot wait to get those big long leaves. I'm gonna put it on a moss pole as well, but until then, I keep looking over there because I'm looking at it. It's in my IKEA greenhouse, but whenever somebody asks me what my favorite plant is in my collection, it is my Milion Chryson, because I had to work up the courage to spend the money on it. You can check out their website though. I will link it. It is just, it was my Christmas present to myself, so you're welcome, bitch. Alright, so that is all the plants that I acquired in 2020 that was on my wish list plant wantings. And let's finally talk about my this year 2021 wish lists plants. So starting off strong, I think the one plant that I have like always wanted before I was even into plants, and I will not buy for myself unless it, 1, falls in my lap, or 2, I feel financially secure enough to spend this amount of money on it. But it is the Monstera Albovaragata, or just a variegated Monstera. But like I said, even though it's on my wish list, I'm not sure that I'm gonna get it in 2021. I really, like I said, want it to come naturally to me. I don't want to go searching for it on the internet. I really want it to just come to me, you know? I don't know. But not only that, with the same situation with my bird of paradise, and like I said, a lot of my plants, all my plants are in my room, and I have a north facing window, so the sun in here is very, very minimal. I get very, like, there's a house basically in front of where I would be getting a lot of sun, so I don't have the best natural light. So I do supplement with a lot of lights in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have around like 5 or 6 grow lights in this room. 2 of them are heat grow lights. So I would just want to provide it with the most optimal conditions for it to thrive. I think also with the fact that the Monstera has unstable variegation, I would feel like if my Monstera lost its variegation, so I just want to provide it with the best possible. So the next plant on my 2021 wish list is the variegated Syngonium, specifically the Army, I think it's called the Army Syngonium. This is another plant where I think that I just am in love with variegations, like literally everybody else in the plant community. It's just so beautiful to look at. Also unstable variegation, but I just have been eyeing this for so long. I've gotten this close to ordering it on Etsy, but I just don't know, like I don't know the sellers that are selling it, and I would feel like special if I ordered from somewhere and it was like crap. So I really want to make sure that it's gonna be a reputable seller before I order it. So again, just a wish list plant, but it's something that I definitely have my eyes on. So the next one, actually I was watching Fern's YouTube video. It was like an old video, and she was showing off her silver sword, her philodendron, and I literally fell in love. Specifically an older or a more mature philodendron I would prefer to get, because it really has like that arrow looking, I don't know, it is so beautiful. I've been really into like silver and blue color leaves and variegations, so I've been dying for that plant, and none of my local nurseries sell that type of stuff. I don't have any like rare tropical stores nearby. They're like an hour or more away, or I need to go into the city because I live on Long Island to go to the places that sell stuff like that. So I think I just need to take a trip once you know, stuff calms down around here, but love it. So the next one might not seem that crazy or out of ordinary, but where I'm from, like, these are hard to get plants. I don't know if it's hard to get near you, but for me, the Skindapsis amazonica, oh my, is it just called Amazon? No, I don't know, but it is so beautiful. I'm on a mission to get all of the Skindapsis. I just got the Trubii from a trade, which was a whole ordeal. So beautiful. But I have wanted this plant because of Harley G's video on it. She has like this giant bushy Skindapsis, and I literally like was drooling over it. And I have fallen in love with plants that hang more than, I don't know, stationary plants, I guess. Like, I really like the vining plants. I think that they are just, they just do it for me. They fill that part of my heart that a lot of things can't. So I just love it. So that's all of my wish list plans for 2021. I don't want to have a wish list. I like to keep things on the smaller side because I will go out of my way to find some of these plants, and I'm trying to just naturally let them fall in my lap. But as far as plants, that is my whole spiel on that. That is what is going on for me. But I do want to talk about my goals for 2021 that is plant related. So the first thing being that I really want to nurture my plants more this year. I know this is only I'm not even a year into plants yet, but I really want to nurture them, take more care of them, keep up to date with watering, and making sure that they're having the correct humidity, because I definitely have let my humiditor go without releasing humidity for like months. I really want to keep on track with my humidity and just keeping the environment good for my plants and whatnot. Another thing that I really want to do in 2021 is learn to buy plants that truly make me happy, and not plants that are just a fad at the moment and what everybody else is getting, because I definitely was doing that in the beginning, and I have no room for any more plants that might bring me personal joy. So I definitely want to trade some plants, get rid of some plants, and not buy more plants. Just because I'm making more space doesn't mean that I need to have more plants, because now I have 2 plants that don't have a home in my room because I can't, there's no room for them. And I think another thing is understanding that my plants are going to grow and get bigger, and they are going to take up more area, so I can't really be going around buying more plants, because where am I going to put the ones that I already have, you know? But yeah, that is all of my goals and wish lists of 2021. I'm sure it'll change, but that is just my starting wanting wish list of 2021, and I'm so excited for this year. I'm trying to go into it with positivity, like it's a new page, but you know, it's a little hard right now specifically, but I'm just a big believer if you put that into the world, then it'll manifest itself. So yeah.